Hi everyone, my name is Melody. Welcome to my channel where we discuss responsible consumerism by the way of project pans, no buys, and tips on how you can be the most ethical consumer you can be. In today's video, I want to stray off topic ever so slightly, although I'll tie it back in. I want to talk about how I set goals. So I've been setting goals the same way for years, and I'm somebody who has been known to have my goals written out on a piece of paper and tucked in my back pocket routinely. Like every day you could say, hey, what goals are you working on? And I'd have it in my back pocket. And actually one time I was in school and they were talking about writing goals for yourself, and I had it printed and everything. I pulled it out of my pocket and everyone was like, how did you do that so fast? I mean, I didn't even leave the room and I printed it out, so obviously I had it done already, but everybody just thought that was the funniest thing, that I walk around with goals in my pocket. Well, I had the assignment done ahead of time, so bravo to me. But anyway, I don't set goals in the typical way that people set goals. I feel like most people set goals based on the outcome, their desired outcome. I set goals based on my behavior because that's what I can control. I see that creating habits and changing your behavior is A, really difficult, but B, it's the part that you can control in a goal. So if I say that I want to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2021, I have no control in that. I can't control people hitting the subscribe button or not, but what I can do is I can create the best content I'm capable of creating, and hopefully that bar keeps getting raised throughout the year, and then that's going to result in more people subscribing to my channel. But saying 1,000, if I do everything I can possibly do to improve my quality, put out content that people will watch and want to keep watching and therefore will subscribe, that's what I can control. But it's not going to guarantee that I'm going to hit that goal. Kind of like with weight loss. I don't necessarily say I want to lose 20 pounds by June, but I do say that every day I want to eat healthful foods and be active. And you know what? That's the kind of things that have to happen in order for me to lose those 20 pounds. So if I do those things and I lose 30 pounds, then that's awesome. And if I do those things and I lose 15 pounds, it's not as awesome. But you know what is awesome? I still hit my goal because I did what I was supposed to do. I can't help my biology. I can't help my metabolism. You know, to a degree I can, and that's part of those habits that I'm getting into, but I can help what I do. So where I'm going to tie this back in to the content on my channel is, I'm not going to say that at the end of the year, when I don't do my shopping, like I say I'm not going to do, and I put into savings what I would have spent on frivolous items, that I want $2,000 in my bank. I'm not going to say that. Do I hope that? Sure. But that's not going to be my goal, because it's my behavior that's going to lead to that. So what I am going to set as my goal, that I don't shop. So every day on payday, I look back at the things that I really, really was tempted by. I add that up, knowing I could have those items now because I have the money for it. Or I could take that money and put it into my savings account, and that's going to accumulate. And then at the end of the year, we'll see how much is there. And so the goal is that behavior. The goal isn't the outcome. I always hope for certain outcomes, but I'm not going to set that as my goal. I feel like that leads to disappointment. I think it can lead to complacency if, you know, I'm doing all the things right and I reach my goal well before I intended to, or it looks like I'm going to reach my goal earlier than expected and possibly exceed my goal. I could slow down on my habits because I'm like, well, I'm going to reach my goal, so I can buy this eyeshadow palette when I don't even need it. So that's why that behavior is the goal, because if I buy that eyeshadow palette, which we all know is not for the betterment of myself, I could still reach my goal, but still have the behavior that's not good for me. So if I stick to my behavior of wanting to not shop, not build my collection any, not buy any more clothes because I have plenty, I am excited to see what happens to my bank account. And I'm excited to see where that will literally take me, because all of that money is going to go into a travel fund, at least for this year. Next year will probably be a different conversation, but for this year, I'm shooting to be able to go to Norway or Iceland with my youngest son. That's where he'd like to go. He said he's going to pay his way. And yeah, I think that we will be able to make that happen, assuming I can keep my behavior under control, which is indeed the hardest part, in my opinion. But the results aren't going to happen if I don't have the habits and the behavior that are going to get me there. So I hope that makes sense. How do you set goals? I know SMART goals are really popular, and those are great. And for some people, that probably works better. For me, this is what works. This is how I choose to set my goals, and I'm curious to know if anybody else sets goals this way. I'd love to hear from you. I really do appreciate the time you spent with me today, and I appreciate you watching this video. I appreciate you as a viewer. I hope if you're not already subscribed, you consider doing that. I would love it if you'd share me with a friend, give me a like, give me a comment. Do you like videos like this? Should I just stick to the other interests that we have on this channel? To tell you the truth, I'm probably just going to say what I want to say, but I could maybe increase or decrease this type of video based on your guys' response to it. And I am uploading new content on Tuesdays and Saturdays, most Mondays, and a lot of bonus material, especially early on, because I have so much I want to say, and I like to pretend that you guys are listening to me. So anyway, I thank you again for watching, and I hope that you have a really, really good day, and I hope that you are on your way to meeting your goals.